Moving on, an Adelaide man has taken his love for video games to the very next level. Johnny McLuhan claims to have one of the biggest Nintendo collections in Australia.
It takes up 4 rooms of his house with everything from childhood favourites to the latest hits, and thanks to the recent retro revival, its value has gone through the roof.
G'day guys and welcome to my 2021 room tour.
It's a video game vault like no other.
That looks so cool. How cool is this Pokemon?
Filled from top to bottom with all things Nintendo.
I've got Nintendo history in there.
Johnny McLuhan has been buying Nintendo memorabilia since he was a kid. He's now in his 30s.
I got Nintendo games, consoles, memorabilia.
Wander through his stash and the feeling of nostalgia is overwhelming.
You'll find all the favourite characters from the video game giant, from Mario and Luigi to Zelda. Johnny owns more than 500 games and more than 80 consoles, still in their boxes. That's what really sets this collection apart.
I literally think this is the coolest Nintendo collection I've ever seen.
A bloke once offered him 50 grand for the lot. This self-confessed Nintendo nut reckons it's more like 100 grand.
Here we go! Or priceless. Johnny McLuhan joins us now. Good morning to you, Johnny. Honestly, wow. Why are you so obsessed with Nintendo? Well, what is it about this?
Yeah, g'day guys. Thank you for having me. Yeah, it's just my childhood in one room, really. I grew up playing Nintendo. All my friends would come around the weekend and we'd play it. And yeah, I've just held on to everything I've had over the years and I've just grown it, as you can see, and I just love it.
Sensational hoarding, Johnny, because you've amassed quite the collection. I mean, my memories as a kid, Mario Kart would just sit there for hours on end. I would go Bowser. Very successful.
What's
Bowser. But Bowser was the driver that I chose.
Oh, right.
But
yes.
We were chatting to Johnny. I apologise. Johnny, what about Mario Kart? Have you got a bit of a collection there? Was that one of your faves?
Yeah, look, Mario Kart 64 especially was one of my all-time favourites.
Yeah.
Still play it now. I was a Yoshi man, not Bowser.
Yoshi? Very slippery Yoshi.
I had some friends over in the weekend. We just played it.
Yeah, not good traction around the curves.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh.
Does anyone live with you, Johnny?
That's a loaded question.
Yeah, I have my fiance and two beautiful stepkids live with me, and yeah, they love it.
How old are the stepkids?
7 and 11.
They must be in heaven. Can you walk us around? Show us.
Yeah, give us a bit of show and tell.
Yeah, absolutely. So this wall here is my pride and joy. These where all my box Nintendo consoles are. I've got variants from all over the world. A lot of European variants that are worth a couple of $1,000s. Yeah, like this is what basically separates my collection from others. A lot of people have big game collections, but I have a massive console collection.
Johnny, a couple of questions.
And the back here is... Yeah.
Sorry to jump in on you. So how does the fiancé feel about the collection, and are you the most popular stepdad in the cosmos?
Yeah,
well, I had this collection before I met her, so it was either...
What does that
she accepts
mean?
it or see you later. No, not really.
What does that mean?
No, luckily
She's
she
watching
likes Nintendo.
in the other room and saying 4 rooms of our house it's taking up.
Yeah, no, I'm very lucky. She's really supportive, really lovely. And the kids, yeah, when they first seen it, they were blown away. And they're awesome, they're respectful, and we have games and fun together all the time.
Respectful meaning they're not allowed to touch certain items?
Yeah, look, there's a lot of things in here that please hands off, but no, respect, I understand that.
What's the most expensive item that you think you've got?
Yeah, I'll just take you down here. The most expensive item I have, bar some consoles I've just shown you, would be my Nintendo 64 kiosk machine.
Yes.
There's probably about 5 of these left in Australia complete. Yeah, and mine's in pretty decent nick. Yeah, it's probably around about $2,000 to $3,000 just there.
Wow.
It takes up a lot of room, as you can see.
How much time do you spend playing?
Look, not as much as probably people think. It's not so stereotyped. People look at me and think, oh, you know, must be a 40-year-old virgin in my mum's basement. It's not like that though. I only play a couple of times a week, and
Do people say that
family
to
and
you?
other commitments come first. Yeah, I get all sorts of comments online sometimes. But you know, I'm a lad. I play footy. I get on the beers with the boys.
That's
so it's not like
fantastic.
that.
Look, he's defending himself. No one's even accused him. It's brilliant.
I drink beer.
Hey Johnny, who offered you 50 grand just really quickly? And are you glad you didn't sell?
Yeah, I'm definitely glad I didn't sell for that because it's worth a lot more than that. And just sort of another collector I know who we trade a few things, decided one day he just wanted to take it all. And I was like, yeah, nah, no way, mate.
Yeah, well, I know you're new to this, mate, but I suggest Bowser around the corners in Mario Kart 64. Excellent traction. But thank you for chatting to us this morning,
I'll give
Johnny.
him a crack.
Yeah, you're not as cool though.
Thank you for
Johnny.
having me.
No,
Are you?
I'm
He's
not.
a cool dude.
He's a very cool dude, and he even goes out with his mates and has beers as
He has
well.
beers.
Who would have thought?
He's got a YouTube channel too. It's huge. It's called Nintendo Down Under. Very cool stuff. Thank you.
So what did you think of that, guys? That was such a fun, cool experience. I loved it. I'll go through how the day sort of run. So about an hour before the live crossover, the cameraman came here and he hooked me up, put a microphone lapel through my shirt. I had the earpiece in my ear. I had like a battery pack on the back of my pants as well. And then with about, I think, 20 minutes before I went on, I had to sort of stand in place and I could hear the whole news running in my ear. And then every now and then, the producer would talk over the news saying, oh, can you hear me, Johnny? I'm like, yep. And then 5 minutes later, oh, we got 5 minutes. Okay, cool. You're on next. Yeah. And all of a sudden, bang, you're on and you're talking. And it was a little bit challenging because it was actually quite hard to hear them sometimes clearly what they were actually asking and saying. And there was just that slight delay as well. So, for example, one of their questions they asked, can you give us a quick tour of the room? I was like, all right, I'll start with my, in my wall of fame, my Nintendo 64 boxes. So I started talking about that. And then when I was done, I didn't hear anything, so I finished talking and they didn't ask a question. I was like, oh, they want me to keep going, so I started going to my kiosk machines and then bang, they asked something, so I'm like, oh, sorry. So that delay, that second and a half delay, or 2 seconds, whatever it was a little bit tricky sometimes and hard to hear them, but so much fun. It's my second TV appearance as well. This time it was a live appearance, so I was a little bit nervous because, if you make a mistake live on TV, everyone's going to see it. There's no editing or cropping that out. That's just what's going to happen. But it was so much fun. Loved it. Awesome. Second TV experience. Hopefully I get more and more. I just love it. Love being on camera. It's such good fun. And yeah, so please in the comments down below, what did you guys think of that? Did you see it live? Or my international followers out there, subscribers, is this the first time you've seen? What did you think of it? I'm so glad I got to make them laugh too. I tried to make it a bit more fun and casual because sometimes the news can be very mundane and straight in the line and a bit boring, so I wanted to have a bit of fun with it, and I made them both laugh, so that was so cool. And to all my new subscribers out there, please, thank you and welcome to my channel, Nintendo Down Under. Stick around, plenty of content coming at you. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, take care.